Tonight's coverage of OHSAA football on Waycross Sports brought to you by Wild Birds Unlimited, located at Kemper and Winton Roads next to Fitworks. 825-7777. Also brought to you by Neiman Plumbing. www.neimanplumbing.com. You can reach them at 513-851-5588. Star One Realtors, one goal, one passion. www.star1.com. The Northwest office is 513-385-0900. And Driver Ed Academy, located at 3091 West Galbraith Road, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45239. You can call them at 729-2550 or reach them at www.driveredacademy.com.
Welcome to this week's Fast and Furious episode of OHSAA football. Tonight, the Edgewood Cougars show up here looking to once more dig claws into our young Northwest Knights. This is Jacob Williams, and along with my partner Tom Hall and all the fine resources of Waycross Community Media, we bring you the call. Now we're over here, the Fred Hunt press box, high above the field here. Tonight, a new adversary is in town, the Cougars of Edgewood. Now, their season was ended last year at the hands of state champ LaSalle, but Coach Scott Clemens tells me he graduated his whole offense from that team. And Coach Lee Johnson tells me he feels that the way that we run the football will determine the rest of our season. Partner Tom Hall, I know we got this bright sun that we're facing, but can you tell anything to the fans about what you see in tonight's game?
Yeah, it's a pretty tough sun we're looking at right now. We're going to have to put up with it for about another 20 minutes. I think we can expect, first off, this is a big game. It's a big game because both teams are coming in 2-1. It's a conference game, and at the end of the night, one of these teams is going to be 3-1 and feeling very good about themselves. I expect quite a bit of scoring, actually. So far in the season, in the first 3 games, Northwest has scored 90 points and given up 79, while Edgewood has scored 87 and given up 76. So you would think that would continue tonight, so I expect to see the scoreboard lighting up a fair amount. The field is in great shape. The remnants of Hurricane Irma has moved down a couple of days ago, and this is field turf, so it's all dried out. It looks good. We're all set. It's just a beautiful night. The temps in the mid-70s. It's a great, great night to have a game.
Well, thank you for those observations, Tom. And like you said, the remnants of the hurricane are out of the picture. Hopefully, Hurricanes will take a break for a while. But right now, we got these two teams ready to get it teed off. And like you say, the winner of this game is going to have to feel awfully good about themselves. And like I was talking to Coach Lee Johnson, and he said they're approaching the first turn on this race here, but, you got Edgewood standing in your way tonight. And like I said, Edgewood's season was ended last year by the eventual state champ LaSalle Lancers. So we know what they're capable of. And see how we're getting ready to get this thing kicked and jumped off for tonight. Got Wild Bird Unlimited giving us their instant replays. Neiman Plumbing helping us this year. Star One Realtors. Driver Ed Academy has come out and decided to do what they can to help our young people. So as the clock ticks down, we see where there's 15 seconds left until it's kickoff here.
Edgewood's going to start out the game receiving the ball. They're going to be playing into the sun. The sun is over. If you look at your TV set there, it's over on the far right-hand side is where the sun is. You see from the shadows where it is, and you see how long those shadows are.
Okay, so Northwest has this thing all teed off. Number 4, Mr. Cherry, Damon Cherry, steps into it. This game is underway. It's received at the 17-yard line, and North with the ball he goes, and they're finally able to bring him down right about the 32-yard line.
Wade Phillips returned the kick. We'll set up shop out there on the 31-yard line.
Of course, Wade Phillips, and talking to Coach Clemens before the game, he's the leading rusher in the SWOC so far this season. So he'll be looking to take no prisoners. Cougars break the huddle and they're up on the ball under center. Give. He's met, though, by Northwest defenders for basically no gain on the play, Tom.
Yeah, he ran right into a brick wall. It was, again, number 25, Wade Phillips, carrying the ball. The predominantly running team. I was talking to some of their assistant coaches here a few minutes ago, and they said Edgewood will predominantly run the ball. And we expect to call number 25's number a fair amount tonight, Wade Phillips.
With that wing T offense again, the quarterback under center, he turns, gives, hands the ball off, and little or no gain on the play. It's going to bring us a 3rd and long now.
Yeah, the Northwest line has shown some good pursuit on both of these plays.
Well, I was impressed. I saw some things in this Northwest defensive line when I watched the game during the week, and they have a stout nose tackle. That's Mr. number 75 is their nose tackle, and that's Isri Julius.
6'3", 275.
He's
No
rolling to his left. He's going to have to throw against his body, and this ball's out of bounds, incomplete. So it's going to bring up a 4th down. Looks like the Knights is going to receive this punt.
That was a good sequence for the Knights. 3 and out, and Edgewood only managed to gain 1 yard.
That's right. Get your defense off the field. Get these guys rested. So who we got back here to receive this kick for the Knights? So number 3, Tyrez Shaw.
Edgewood called a time. Northwest called a timeout.
Northwest called timeout. Coach Lee Johnson wants to get this thing straight from the very beginning. And that's number 3 back there, Tyrez Shaw, and number 9, Isaiah Lovelace, to return and receive this kick. So again, here comes the Edgewood Cougars, and they come in town looking to do what Cougars always want to do here. And it's up to these Knights to repel their mission. This kick is up, and it's going to fall into the hands of Mr. Isaiah Lovelace, and he makes one man miss, and he turns south with the ball. He's got a good return up to about the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Edgewood's coverage on that kick was pretty good, but he managed to move it forward about 8 yards.
Before we get too far on this game, I want to remember the officials in tonight's game. The referee is Jim Abbott. The umpire, Sam Ryan. The head linesman is Randy Adams. The line judge, Chris Quinn. And the back judge, Mike McSorley. Took a break from Penn State to come all the way over here. Okay, so here we are, the Knights with their first play on offense. Damon Cherry back there in the pistol. Sets his man out in motion. Looking to pass deep over the middle. This ball is complete. Nice catch, number 9. He's out running the home tack, and he's going to score. Touchdown, first play from scrimmage, and no flags on the field.
what a start to Northwest. Made the great defensive stand, 3 and out, and then on this, well, we'll see the replay here in a moment, but the receiver ran up the seam.
You see on the Wild Birds Unlimited replay that Damon Cherry's picking up where he left off last week, throwing this ball deep over the middle.
I seriously doubt if Edgewood was looking for that play on the first play of the game out of Northwest. We're going to go for 2.
Okay, so they're not going to go for 2. Looks like Damon Cherry's going to be the kicker on this PAT attempt.
They're kicking.
Looks like Northwest had some issues with the kicking game and hold us down. The kick is a line drive and off the hands of a defender, so it's no good. So here with 10-13 left to go in the first quarter here, we got a score of the Northwest Knights 6 and the Edgewood Cougars nothing.
We need a little more elevation on that point after try.
Well, that's one of the things that, unfortunately, the Knights have had some tough go with luck in kicking this year. They lost their main man with the toe, Matt Corder. I believe it was the first kickoff for the season. Last week, Noah Hill, number 71, gave a good account of himself, and I don't see him in uniform. Actually, I see 2 girls in uniforms, and they are number 84, Melanie Wilsbach, a junior, 5'9", 115, and number 88, Sierra Boyd, a junior, 5'11", 125. And it looks like they're going to be auditioning for some kicking duties for the Knights.
Well, the Knights couldn't have scripted a better beginning to this game. See if they can keep the momentum up here.
Cherry into this ball with the kick, but it's fielded by Edgewood, and you're going to have a short field. This is going to wind this up into what, the 47-yard line.
Is that an onside kick, or did it go off the side of his foot?
Just kind of shanked it that way, I guess. So,
well, Edgewood gets to set up shop here in pretty good position, the 47-yard line.
and this is where, you know, Edgewood in this wing T offense, figuring to run the ball quite a bit. Clock will be moving here. Under center, whistle blown. So we got a
Here's the
penalty.
replay of the kick. Yeah, I think he was trying to kick it over to the right side, but he intended the ball to go further than it went.
Yeah, it could have been. It would have been better if it at least got over the head of the first line.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Cougars take that encroachment penalty against the Knight defense, and now it's going to be a 1st and 5 from the Knight 48-yard line. Man in motion, turn, give. He's hit though, very little or no gain. Northwest defender, that looks like Mr. Neary on that play. Diego Neary, good stop. He's picking right up where he left off last week too on D.
Yeah, Edgewood has tried 3 running plays now, and none of them have worked.
Okay, here they are, 2nd and 5. Turn and give.
Oh, double
Reverse.
handoff.
He
This
breaks
one's
the
worked.
tackle. Now he's in the Northwest secondary, and there's not going to be pulled down until he gets to about the 26-yard line in Northwest.
That was an interesting play. They handed off to the number 25, Phillips, and then he handed it off to DJ Wiles. DJ Wiles carried the ball. Worked. Misdirection play. Worked like a charm.
Well, after a while, you got to give these guys something else to think about. Turn, give.
Phillips.
Makes this man miss in the backfield. Vance is up there, but little or no gain, maybe about 2 yards on the play. So 9 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Edgewood facing a 2nd and 8 on the play here. DJ Wiles turns and gives straight up the middle. That's number 33 with the ball, Jake Tolson.
Here's a replay there. Quick handoff. That misdirection play is going to loosen things up a little bit.
So it's going to be 3rd and 2. Cougars break the huddle. Come up on this ball under center. Running straight up the middle, and he's able to sidestep a couple tackles and move close to a first down.
I think he might have that.
An official signal, first down. See on the Wild Bird Unlimited instant replay here that skiv was made, and the guy runs straight north with the ball. No questions asked, so he's able to pick up that first down.
By about half a yard, I think. So now they're on the 14-yard line. First
Where
down.
the Knight defense is going to have to stand up. There's the give,
Oh,
double
they're good.
reverse again. There's DJ Wiles, but he's going to be stopped short of the line of scrimmage on this play here.
So we tried that, essentially the mirror image of that play they ran earlier, went in the opposite direction. And this time, we can see the Knights are going to be ready for this. He ends off, and number 12 for the Knights, the Knights did a great job of pulling off the block. Javon Jackson did a wonderful job of pulling off the block and then making the tackle.
Well, that's what they needed. Just because these guys deep in their territory, they can slam the door. There's the turn and give. DJ Wiles again. The ball's out on the ground. Picked up by the Northwest Knights.
Yes, what a break for the Knights.
Right.
Edgewood was deep in the offensive
See on
end.
the Wild Bird Unlimited replay here.
They never had the handoff. The ball carrier never had the ball. This handoff looked like it was a little low.
Okay, so the Knights, they'll put this ball in shop on the 18-yard line. For now, they're in the shadow of their own end zone. Damon Cherry back there in the shotgun. Trips left. There's the snap to Cherry. He's throwing it over here, but incomplete off the hands of his intended receiver. Ball number 1.
Here's just a little bit too far in front of the receiver.
Okay, so it'll be 2nd and 10. I'm looking for the Knights to run this ball. Establish some field position here.
Edgewood is playing a 3-4 defense. 3 down linemen and 4 linebackers.
There's the fake to give, and now Cherry's with the ball, and he's got about a 4-yard pickup. 6:50 left to go in the first quarter here.
That sun is almost behind the trees.
Here we are again, and Northwest Knights. Got everybody spread out, trips left. Cherry looking for the call. To figure out what they got to do here with this call. There's Cherry looking to throw this ball. His receiver wasn't quite looking for the ball up in the air. That's number 15, Julian Cornwall, intended receiver.
There was some kind of a communication gap between the quarterback and receiver. The quarterback made a nice throw. If the receiver had looked to his outside shoulder, he would have had a very good chance to catch that ball and make for a nice gain. First down. But not to be. So now the Knights are going to have to kick.
So the Knights are going to have to kick this off to the Cougars. Hopefully they can execute a proper kick with some distance. He's got the kick up and off and end over end, and it's fielded on the 45-yard line of the Cougars, and he's in the Knight territory at their 44-yard line where he's brought down.
There's number 2, DJ Wiles, returning the punt for Edgewood. And it's a good thing he caught that ball, because if he hadn't, it was going to bounce all the way down toward the goal line. It would have been one heck of a punt. But he made a good play, caught the ball, and he's advanced it up to the 44-yard line in the offensive end. So once again, Edgewood is in pretty good shape here.
Okay, Edgewood offense back out on the field, looking to overcome the way they shot themselves in the foot last possession. There's
Flag.
a turn and give, flag on the play, and it'll be offsides called against Northwest Knights. Once again, though, they're looking to have Wade Phillips pound that ball. Got the leading rusher in your conference in your backfield. That's what you do, I guess. Ball's on the 39-yard line of the Northwest Knights. Got a clock discrepancy here. The officials want the
You want to add 5 seconds onto the game clock.
5 seconds on the game clock,
There they go.
and there we are. So they ought to have this one signaled in play now. 1st and 5. There's the give inside, and Knight defenders are waiting for them. Tell you, the middle of that Knight defensive line is stout.
Yes, they are. They played well so far in the game. Second and 3, let's call it. 3 or 4.
So there hasn't been a whole lot of imagination with this offense. It's just handing this guy the ball. He's running up the middle again. He's got a nice pickup. Looks like he's still going to be about a yard short of a first down.
That was Phillips again.
3rd and 1. Down to 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter here. We see the Edgewood Cougar mascot, running the sidelines here, trying to encourage the Edgewood fans to make some noise for their team.
Edgewood brought a lot of fans with him tonight. Oh,
Met in the backfield.
that's going to be close. The first initial contact was right at the line of scrimmage, but he fell forward. I think he got it, first down.
First down. We see here on the Wild Bird Unlimited replay there. Somebody shot the gap there, but didn't have enough support to head him off.
No.
We have talk of a generous spot, but it'll still be up to the Cougars to advance this ball, because I don't think the Knights are going to get discouraged just because of that one play. Give inside. Now this guy's getting the hang of jumping over tacklers. Good pickup, about 6-7 yard pickup on that play.
Yeah, Phillips was able to get past the line of scrimmage on that one. Nice block there on the offensive line. And Phillips did a good job of following the block. So he picked up about 5.
We got to keep in mind that Northwest did not connect on their PAT.
Quick handoff.
Handoff inside. This man's still on his feet. It's going to be close, but it looks like he's going to be a little bit short this time. Yes, should be a little short this time.
It was Jake Paulson with the ball that time, number 33. Just short. We got 3rd and very short.
Okay, so the Cougars break the huddle, come up on the ball. DJ Wiles under center. Excuse me, that's not DJ, that's number 5, Corbin Kraft.
Another quick handoff there to Paulson, I think.
Another first down pickup.
Yeah, number 33. Yeah, he just made it. He didn't get much out of that, but it was enough to get the first down. So first down on the 23-yard line.
There's the pitch. Wade Phillips around left end. Stays on his feet till he knocks him out of bounds, where he's going to be close to another first down.
That was, I believe, the first time they pitched the ball.
You see here on the Wild Bird Unlimited replay, got a blocker out in front of him. Here come the Cougars again. Over the ball, it's going to be second down. 2nd and 4. Give to number 33, Jake Paulson.
Again, he didn't get much, but he's moving toward the first down marker there. He's short.
Well, this guy, number 5 here, Corbin Kraft, doesn't look like he's interested in throwing his football.
About 3rd and roughly 2. They've only tried the one pass, and that didn't work well at all.
Here's the give. Wade Phillips, he twists around the tackler. And, you know, this guy, Wade Phillips, seems like the more he carries the ball, the stronger he gets.
Yeah, there's no secrets about what they're doing on offense here.
Exactly.
Just run it right down their throats.
See again.
And he came up just short. We've got a 4th down marker out there.
Okay,
So we got to measure.
got the chain gang making their first visit to the center of the field here. Stick is stretched and going to be very short, but it's going to be short.
Just a matter of inches.
The Knights are sending some fresh bodies in, counter this Cougar drive. These Cougars are close to having these Knights where they want them.
I'm tempted to say football is a game of inches, but I don't like cliches.
Well, like they say, they bragging if it's fact. It ain't a cliche if it's true. So we'll have to see what the Knight defense can come up with.
Big play.
You know, last week they had a few plays like this, and they thwarted just about every one of them. And it's going to be where this guy may have to sneak it himself. The ball's on the ground and is picked up, but he's going to be stomped. Just smooshed down by the Knight defenders. And so once again, the Edgewood Cougars possess the ball, drive the ball, and come up empty on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they just never handled the snap. From our angle, we can't. I don't know. It looked like he was ready for the snap. I don't know what happened there, but.
So the Knights will put it in play on their own 15-yard line as the Tequila Sunrise Sunset makes its disappearance.
Finally. Finally behind those trees. Now we can see the players' numbers much better. That was a big break for the Knights.
Cherry, he's got the snap. He fakes a give, and now he's going to run it himself. Picks up about 3 yards on the play.
Lucky to have picked up 3. There were 3 Edgewood players in the backfield there.
Yes.
Yeah, here's the replay, and you see here they come. 3 white shirts back there. And
so here come the Knights again. He's got number 3, Tyrese Shaw, number 9, Isaiah Lovelace in the game. Trips far right. Cherry clapping for the snap. He's got Caleb Williams out here. He hit Caleb Williams with a couple balls last week. Busted play, and
that ball came
that
out.
ball's fumbled. And that ball is fumbled and recovered by Edgewood.
Oh. Boy, talk about momentum shifts here.
That's a busted play. Somebody was supposed to be getting a pitch or a handoff that wasn't there.
Yeah,
We see on the Wild Bird Unlimited replay.
I think the running back ran past the wrong side of the quarterback is I think what happened. The quarterback thought he was going to come to the quarterback's right, but the running back ran by his left is the way it looked. And the quarterback was there to hand off to somebody who wasn't there.
First and goal, 1:08 left to go in the first quarter of this game. Under center with the Cougars. Turn, give to Wade Phillips. He steps out of a tackle in the backfield, and he runs it north for a good gain.
He just outran the defensive lineman there.
Wild Bird Unlimited replay shows us where, Wade Phillips, he's just getting a lot of energy and a lot of confidence. And the Knight defense is going to have to find a way to spread some water on his parade. Okay, so here we are again. Under center here is number 3, Evan Brown. Man in motion. Give Jake Nelson, but they are stuffing Jake Paulson. He's hit. You see on the Wild Bird Unlimited replay that it's going to bring it a 3rd down and goal here. Under a minute to go in the quarter. Clock running down to 37 seconds.
Here's the replay now. They just ran into number 70. Number 70, Neri Cesar.
Here we go. There's the pitch. The man's got the ball, and he leaps the tackle. He's in the end zone. Touchdown for the Edgewood Cougars. 17.9 seconds left to go in the first quarter here.
They just was able to turn the corner and vault over the defenders here. It's a quick pitch.
Got that number 52 out in front of him, throwing a pretty vicious block there.
Yeah, it was a well-executed play by Edgewood. We're going to try their luck with the kicking game here.
Logan Young, it's a nice block, nice lead block.
Well, turnovers matter, and that turnover cost Northwest here.
Hold is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So here we are now, 17.9 seconds left to go in the first quarter here, and the Edgewood Cougars are leading our Northwest Knights 7-6. That's going to be a factor, Tom. The Knights don't have anybody to kick PATs.
Yeah, that can matter a lot over the course of the game. They're going to have to go for 2 next time unless they've got some other kicking method they can try.
Well, that's, again, you was able to get the ball back with a fumble, then you turn around and fumble it right back over to them and keep shaking the dice, and it's not always going to turn out.
Yeah, if you turn the ball over that deep in your own end, it's going to nip you. Sooner or later, it will nip you.
See here where Cougars are about to kick this ball off. Number 82, Julian Pletz, 5'10", 180-pound senior. He steps up, and this is a squibbler kick. Get on it, somebody! This ball's still loose, and it looks like Edgewood has got this ball.
Yeah, they're giving it to Edgewood.
Edgewood is signaled in possession of this ball. Crucial mistake by the Knights special teams. Guys getting up slow.
3, by my count, 3 Northwest players had a shot at that. But the ball was spinning, and a football, as we all know, is a very peculiarly shaped
Here we see it on Wild Birds Unlimited replay here. Through the hands of 1, 2, 3,
4 players had a shot. And number 10 almost came up with it. but he had extended his arm trying, and I think he got shaken up on that play a little bit.
That's Tanner Policini recovering that ball for Edgewood Cougars. Now the Knights giving these Cougars basically another free shot at their end zone. There's Wade Phillips with the ball around left end, and he's hit hard, but he's still able to advance forward. Looks like near 8-yard pickup on the play.
It was met there by number 14 for the Knights, Xavier Beasley.
So with that carry, that puts it in to the first quarter of this game. So at the end of one quarter here, we got a score of Edgewood 7 and Northwest 6 as the teams change into the field.
You know, Jake, the Northwest defensive unit has already been on the field quite a bit. And that's something that will also wear on them if they don't turn that around. Need to get some offensive possession and run up some first downs, just get the defense off the field for a while.
Yeah, absolutely, Tom, about the Knight defense being on the field quite a bit here. And really, this offense of Edgewood doesn't even give them a whole lot to think about.
No, it's no trickery. It's just, here it is. Here we come. See if we can tackle us.
But it looks like, by the same token, Edgewood is going to continue keeping the ball on the ground. And so it's going to be up to the Knights on offense to mix it up a little bit here. They have the ability to get deep, as they proved with their first play from scrimmage, but they're going to have to come up with ways of making these Edgewood Cougars wish they hadn't come down here and clawed around in the Knights' castle.
That's right. But they've got to get the ball back first.
Edgewood with the ball. 25-yard line. He's going to throw the ball this time, and it's going to be incomplete, a little low.
They had a receiver, but the ball was just underthrown.
Well, this is where the Knight defense, anxious to step in front of one of these passes, because they're going to have to find a way to come up with another turnover. Edgewood breaks the huddle. Corbin Kraft under center. He pitches. Wade Phillips with the ball. He leaps again, but he's brought down, and looks like he's going to be about 2 yards short of a first down.
Yeah, he's short. So 4th and 1.5 roughly.
Yeah, 4th and a long one. This is where, again, somebody on Knight defense is going to have to put the slam to this. Cougars break the huddle. Corbin Kraft sneaking this ball this time, and it looks like he's got this pile moved far enough for it to be a measure of first down, but the officials had the final say.
Yeah, there was a good push by the offensive line on that. That's what you need on these quarterback sneaks. The offensive line has to get the push, and they did.
Yep, so Edgewood doing all the things that need to be done correctly here. So here they are, breaking the huddle. Under center's Corbin Kraft. He turns, he's looking, straight drop back. This pass is complete in the end zone for a touchdown.
When you run the ball a lot, the other team brings their safeties up to play the run so you can get some open receivers down the field. And I think that's essentially what happened there.
That's number 17, Austin Scott, on that catch.
Yeah, you can see there's only one man back there covering, and he was looking upfield.
Okay, so here's the Cougars trying for the PAT to hold us down. The kick is up, and that kick is good. So with 10:53 left to go in the first half of this ball game, we have a score of Edgewood Cougars coming here leading 14-6 over our Northwest Knights.
Yeah, this is the moment where the Knights need to get a sustained drive going. Hold the ball for a while, get some first downs, get their way down the field.
We're going to have to see what the Knights come up with here. They certainly better have their alert on special teams, really, to receive this kick.
We're having a beautiful sunset here this evening.
Yes, this place, if you could get through the part just before the sunset, then you're good for a while. Okay, so here comes the Edgewood Cougars, number 82, Julian Pletz. Ready to kick this thing off to the Knight special teams, and he kicks that little squibber, takes another bounce. No one can get under this ball. Someone get on this ball. So the ball is fortunately finally fell on by the Knights, where they're going to start it off in gear on their own, looks like 12-yard line.
Well, that kick has worked so well twice now. If I'm Edgewood, I'm going to keep trying that one.
Looks like they're going to set up shop on their own 14-yard line.
The old squib kick is bouncing its way down the field. There's to find a hole in the kick return set up for the Knights.
Cherry looking over to the sideline for the final play decision from Coach Johnson. Got twins right and twins left. Timeout called by Northwest. That's Northwest's second timeout of the half. I don't know. It's taking so long to get these plays sorted out of what they're going to do, but
I'm not sure what the problem was there. You normally don't see somebody calling a timeout in the first play of a series like that. But you want to get it right. What you don't want to do is turn the ball over again down here.
yeah, I think Northwest got that big touchdown right away. Kind of maybe went to their head a little. Now they're going to have to get resourceful and figure out a way, get their foot back on the pedal here. Okay, so here we are again. Cherry with the ball. Cherry fakes the give, and he's up the middle for big gain. Where they're going to finally get him tackled about the Northwest 26-yard line.
There was a nice fake on the handoff, and it got the pursuit running to the offensive team's right and created a hole. The pursuit's going after the guy who does not have the ball, and it allowed Cherry to go zooming up through the hole and pick up a quick first down.
Well, they'll eventually have someone staying home on that. But Cherry has options of throwing this ball. Back there, he's got the snap, he's looking to throw. Small throws in the right flat. Flag on the play, breaks the tackle. But the referees are going to have something to say about this.
I think this one's coming back.
That's number 5, Kashawn Fry. Nice run. Officials are sorting it out here. I don't think this is going to go the way the Knights want.
No, we're thinking hold or block in the back here. Hold. That's too bad. It was a nice gainer.
Wild Bird Unlimited replay shows us here where it takes 2 steps and throws that ball out of his hands, but there's the hold right there.
Yeah, that's a hold. Even without the hold, we would have had a nice nice gain.
That's right. He could have outran that guy to the spot. It's like it's going to be 1st and 13. Ball on the 25-yard line of the Knights. Cherry looking around. It's back over to Coach Johnson for the final answer. Cherry with the give, but there's nothing there. Cougar defenders are waiting for it all over the place. Looks like number 59 for the Cougars, C.J. Bruton.
Yeah, the Edgewood players managed to get themselves into the spot where the ball was coming. So that play did not work. Okay. 2nd and long here.
Second, 15. Cherry got the ball. He's looking to throw. Now he's flushed out of pocket. He's going to have to run for it. He's looking to throw deep. This ball's caught by number 1 there, Cameron Tarpley.
He did not get the first down, but that was a very well done play. Devon Cherry had a couple of people hot on his tail, but he managed to get off a nice touch pass. Look at that.
Nice touch.
Nice touch pass. Right where he wanted it to go. Good catch. Good play.
Put just the right amount of air under that ball. Come on, Cherry. 3rd down. Looks like about 2. You guys got to maintain possession. Cherry keeps it himself and runs through there. It's like he's going to be close to a 1st down.
Going to depend on the mark.
It's like it's going to be
He's short.
4th and short here.
It's about a yard short.
This is where, with 8:31 and counting left to go in the first half, the Knights are going to send their punting team out on the field.
They were tempted, but they're going to go with a more conservative option here. But hey, you can always fake.
Looks like Diego Neri is the long snapper, and that kick is off and takes a real nice northwest bounce. It's picked up, run to the far sideline out of bounds, and 7:54 to go in the half. Edgewood Cougars are going to set it up 1st and 10 on their own 34-yard line.
Well, the Knights accomplished some of what they wanted to do there. They were pinned deep in their own end at the start of the sequence, and they've managed to get Edgewood really far back into their end now after the punt. Good punt. Good, well done punt.
That's right. And they're going to have to maintain the hammer down now and, put the kibosh to any plans that the Cougars have on offense of moving any chains around here. There's the give, and Knight defense is in the backfield on that right off the get.
Yeah, it was a good start. In the backfield waiting for the ball carrier and lost yards.
It's going to be 2nd down and 11. So the Cougars break the huddle up on the ball. Under center, Corbin Kraft. And the double reverse give, and these guys twisted 2 tacklers. Still on his feet. And they're saying the ball's loose. We have a Knight defender indicating the Knights have recovered a fumble, but we don't have the officials indicating anything.
The officials are acting like it's still Edgewood's ball.
Yeah, they're still indicating that Edgewood has possession.
Some replays we can look at.
So it's going to be 3rd down.
The ball is out. That's a fumble. Yeah, that ball carrier's knee was not on the ground. That ball was. So
3rd down and 5.
tough break for the Knights.
There's the give to Wade Phillips. He runs through tackles.
Oops.
He breaks tackles, and he's off to the races. And nobody's going to catch him unless he waits. Touchdown, Edgewood Cougars. Big pickup on a play that a fumble was actually recovered on the play before that was missed. So with 6:28 left to go in the first half here from Northwest High School, we got the Cougars on top 20-6 pending the outcome of this PAT.
Phillips just does a nice job of picking his way through the traffic, and then he's off to the races, and that is a very unfortunate sequence for the Northwest Knights. Thought you had the fumble recovery. You did have a fumble recovery, but it wasn't called, and suddenly here's 7 more points on the scoreboard. Oh, he missed it, so we'll call it 6.
It's no good, so we got the Cougars on top of the Knights 20-6. And like you say, Tom, that's unfortunate. That ball was fumbled on the play before.
Yeah. Here's the touchdown. He just, like I said, just great job of picking his way through the traffic. And then he's gone. He's fast.
Well, somehow Edgewood has figured out what they got to do on offensive line to get this guy sprung free. And Wade Phillips is obliging with, big gash and gouges of offense when he's with the ball.
And I do believe fatigue is starting to set in a little bit. It's early in the game, but the defense has been on the field a lot.
That's right. I believe you're correct, Tom. Northwest Knights, if they have any kind of big plays in their repertoire, a big play could get them back in this game.
Oh yeah, they're not out of it at all, but they need some points.
So, steps into it, that little squibber again. Will you catch this ball? And the Knights able to come up with possession. They're going to start this thing off on their own 36-yard line after a couple of skip heartbeats there by Coach Lee Johnson, I'm sure.
I would think in practice this upcoming week, Lee Johnson will have them practicing returning squib kicks. We're 3 in a row here, and I see no reason to not expect more before the evening's out. And other teams can watch those game films.
Okay, Cherry looking over at Coach Johnson for the call. He's got the snap. He's looking to throw the ball. It's blocked. It's swatted down. Edgewood defenders are having none of it. I think Cherry's going to have to run the ball himself a couple times.
Oh, right in the face mask of one of the defenders. The defender that got in the passing lane is what happened. It's not a ball you throw high off the ground at all. It's supposed to be a quick liner to the receiver, but the defender just managed to get in between the quarterback and the receiver.
I'm sure the Cougars will take it. There's a fake give. Cherry with the ball. He's got a first down. He's got a blocker out in front of him in the open field. And they run him out of bounds at the Cougar 42-yard line.
Cherry is doing a good job of fake handoffs, because there's another case where the pursuit was a combination of pursuit and good blocking. The blocking was on the left side of the line by the Knights. They did a good job. And Cherry did a good job of getting through it, taking advantage of the blocking.
Well, I think the rest of this game, Cherry's going to have to keep it in the defense's head that he may run the ball. Because he can throw a ball decent. He can throw that ball decent.
He's got a good arm.
So far here tonight, they haven't developed anybody who's going to carry and gain big yards from scrimmage on a consistent basis. Man in motion, Cherry looking to throw deep over the middle, and that ball's intercepted. And they're calling Yeah, it's called an interception. You know, the Edgewood defender, to his credit, he got right down there and scooped it off the top blade of grass there. Well, excuse me, no grass here anymore.
Now, here comes the replay.
Here comes
I think it's pressure is what causes. There's a defender coming in on Cherry's blind side, and I don't think he saw it, but he certainly felt it and heard it.
I don't think his receiver was on the same page with him, but either way, here we are with the Cougars, 6:10 left to go in the half, and
the ball wasn't anywhere near a receiver.
here's Wade Phillips looking to go around right in. He steps inside a tackle, through a tackle, twist out of a tackle, and he's down for another first down here at the Northwest Knight 40-yard line. You see on the Wild Bird Unlimited replay here, this Wade Phillips, he's learning the feel of running through these blocks.
Yeah, early in the game, they were running Phillips right at the middle of the line. It wasn't working all that well, but they're trying these outside. The chop block. Chop block has been called against the Knights.
Whatever they're doing, oh, this chop block now.
Yeah, it's 15 big ones.
Add another 15. So that's going to put the ball down on the Knight 45-yard line. This is where somebody on defense for the Knight is going to have to step up, disconnect somebody from this ball, get it back. Under center here. There's Jake Paulson with the ball now, and he's running this ball deep in the territory of the Knights.
He dropped the ball.
That ball, but Edgewood still recovered. We see on the Wild Bird Feed Unlimited replay here that just right through the point of impact on the point of attack. And look at that stiff arm.
Yeah, he dropped the ball and managed to.
The ball came right back to him.
Back on it. Oh, the flag on the field.
Okay, so there was a holding call against Edgewood to nullify that big play. Yeah, it had to have been away from the play. He went through. There we go on the Wild Bird Unlimited replay.
Yeah. They're called holding.
After the officials get done stepping off this ball here, this penalty, where he's going to start on the 30, where he's going to put it down on the Cougar 30-yard line here, it's going to be a first down and 35 to go with 5:41 left to go in the half.
10 yards from the spot of the foul. That is why it's so deep back. The foul was in the backfield.
So we've got that all sorted out.
It's quite a sequence. And we thought the Edgewood Cougars had the ball down near the northwest goal line. Suddenly they're out on their own 30.
This is where, you know, if you're northwest, you have to maintain your gaps and stay home. Nobody's going to get too fancy because they have to get this ball turned over on a punt or turnover of some sort, fumble. So the Cougars break the huddle. Corbin Kraft under center, turns and gives. There's Wade Phillips again, steps over tacklers. He's got one man to beat to the spot, and this guy should beat him to the spot. They get him out of bounds. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds at looks like about the 5-yard line of the Northwest Knights. Another penalty on the field in the neighborhood of where we'll have to see what the officials say.
Phillips and Paulson are a real 1-2 punch. Yeah, waving off the flag. Blue flag way back, but
See here,
it's
Wade Phillips
It's that same play. They keep running that play over to the right.
Yeah, you can see now that they're tired. These
Yeah.
guys are like they're standing in concrete now. They're too tired to react.
Yeah, the Knights need to get to the locker room without too much more damage here and rest up. And figure out a way to keep the ball on offense, to hold the ball for a while on offense. So they can work this out in the second half. They can talk things over and come up with a plan. But before then, they need to stop Edgewood here.
There's a give inside, and this guy's Jake Paulson looks like he's going to be down about the 2-yard line here. Wild Bird instant replay showing this guy just sticks his nose in there and muscles.
We're in the middle.
Cougars break the huddle again under center. Turn. Touchdown.
Yeah.
There's Wade Phillips, number 25, protecting that football as he twists through there and scores another touchdown.
Yeah, a combination of good blocking and tired Knights.
Yeah.
Wasn't touched until he got across the goal line.
So the hold is down and the kick is up. And this kick is good. So with 4:40 left to go here, we got a score of the Edgewood Cougars 27 and your Northwest Knights 6. We see the Edgewood Cougars, their cheering staff, feeling all kind of steam, all kind of enjoyment in this.
We have a good crowd here tonight. A lot of them are Edgewood fans.
Oh yeah, Edgewood travels well with their team, and we see a lot of disappointment, a lot of bad body language on this Northwest sideline.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty dejected bunch right now. Hey, get a couple of breaks and you're back in the game. So they've got to hang on to the football, not commit penalties, and get some first downs.
Wow. Coach told me that they graduated their whole offense last year. These replacements, these guys that stepped up are doing a good job.
They sure are.
You know, whatever Scott Clemens is doing with these guys is working well tonight. Julian Plex, there's that squib kick again, takes that room service bounce, and it's going to be down on the Northwest 33-yard line.
It's the fourth squib kick in a row. But that one the Knights handled well. Number 14, Xavier Beasley, who came up with that one.
Okay, so here's Northwest. Trips right. Cherry. Man in motion, he's got the snap. He gives to the man in motion. He's got this play stretched. He steps forward for what he can get. Looks like he's going to pick up about 5 yards on the play.
The Knights, number 15, Julian Cornwall, did a nice blocking job there, sealing off the end. They picked up, 6 yards on that.
Okay, so there's 4:16 left to go in the half. Put this ball in play on the Knight 38-yard line. Trips left. Switchery has to come up with a good positive yards play. He's got the ball, fakes it inside, but he's going to bust outside for very little or no gain here.
That didn't fool anybody, but he actually, I think he managed to pick up a couple of yards out of that, amazingly.
A couple yards he picked up. He's going to have to at some point actually throw the ball for them to respect his run again.
And they just have to get a first down here.
Trips left. There's fakes to give, and Cherry's in there, and we got Cougars snatching and slashing to rip that ball from his grasp, but Cherry keeping firm grasp for that football. It's going to move the chains for the Knights.
Yeah, he got manhandled there, but he hung on to the ball and got a first down.
See on the Wild Bird Unlimited replay here where Cherry just sticks his nose and shoulder pads right in there. 1st and 10, 3:12 left to go. Excuse me, 3:30 left to go. This is where at some point somebody's going to have to actually run the ball from scrimmage. Got a man in motion. There's Cherry looking to throw. This ball through the hands of his receiver.
That was a good pass. That's the one the Knights would like to have again. Have to try that one again. He made a nice pass. Seaver wasn't able to come up with it.
.321 left to go in the half. Cherry gives inside, straight north with the ball. Looks like he's going to pick up about 5 yards.
Yeah, there was Jalen Perry with the ball. One of those plays didn't look like all that much, but he got a good gain out of it.
Call it 3rd and 6. On the clock under 3 minutes at 2:54. Knights have time to dent the scoreboard if they can keep advancing this football.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of controlling the ball right now. For the first time in the game.
Flush out of pocket. This ball's thrown deep over the middle, and there's a jump ball, but flag on the play. The official's going to throw this laundry in there. It's got to be on the defense the way it looks. We're sitting up here above the Edgewood crowd. They're saying it's on the offense, and the Edgewood crowd is correct here.
They're calling a push. There's contact.
We don't quite
further down the field there.
Just quite out of the reach of the replay, but it's going to move the Northwest Knights back into their own territory where they'll.
With a different angle.
Didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't see a push in that replay. Might have happened before the replay began.
Ball on the Knight 37-yard line. Cherry fakes the give. He drops back deep. Throws his ball, bubble screen, but unfortunately the Cougars are waiting. It's going to be 4th down. Well behind the sticks.
Here comes a replay of the push-off.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I still don't really see a push there, but I guess the referee did.
So much for home cooking. We're going to bring it to a 4th down and 15 to go.
Well, 4th and 15. What do you run here, Jake?
Got to tell this guy they might as well punt the ball because there's 2 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in the half. And
So you don't want to push the panic button here?
no, I mean, you don't make this first down the way Edgewood Cougars have been playing. You know, they're going to claw their way back into your end zone before halftime. So,
Do you risk a fake here?
no. So who we got back here kicking this ball for the Knights? Knights are going to kick. Kick is up, and the kick is straight up. Touch it to, ooh, look at that Knight bounce. And it's going to roll all the way back down
There was a lucky break for the Knights.
to the 31-yard line of the Cougars.
Yeah, he got under the punt and was kind of a sky ball, and easily could have bounced the other way.
But I'm sure the Knights will take it for what their circumstances were. I mean, right now there's 1:58 left to go. You take that same 1:58 and put that ball on the other 30-yard line, and it's going to be a long road to hope for the Knights. So here we are. There's the pitch.
Same play again.
Wade Phillips is just going to be on automatic pilot doing these runs.
Yeah, they run right. They're doing these outside runs to the right off the pitch, and it's worked again and again here in the first half.
Cougars turn. There's Phillips with the ball again. He runs around right in. Looks like he's going to have a first down. Edgewood calls timeout. 1:25 left to go in the half.
Well, Coach Johnson's got to figure out something at halftime to try to stop that play. But if you key on Phillips, Edgewood has shown other weapons.
There's a snap.
Bot snap.
There's a fumble. Knights are jumping down on it. Knights are indicating they have it, but the officials are not. Still looking at the pile. Edgewood retains possession. We see on the Wild Bird Feed Unlimited replay here that
That was the previous running play.
so Edgewood breaks the huddle. Coming up on this ball fast. Where the clock's under 1 minute. There's a fake and there's a flag on the play. .55 seconds left to go in the half.
Procedure on Edgewood.
Okay, so that procedure call pushed the Cougars
Here's
back.
the bot snap. Yeah, he knew the hike was low, and boy, some of these bounces have been going Edgewood's way tonight, haven't they, Jake?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Tom. I was looking at that. The balls are just bouncing Edgewood's way.
Yeah.
There's a forward push. Clock's moving. 33 seconds left to go in the half. Clock's running. Cougars in the huddle.
Northwest Knights marching band is getting into position, and that'll be on your TV sets at the halftime.
There's the play at the last play of the half, and
Fumbled.
ball's out on the ground again. And that one is recovered by the Knights, but to little advantage, because that's the end. No, it isn't. There's 2.9 seconds left to go.
Yeah, the Knights finally got a bounce their way, and it happened with 2.9 seconds left in the half. Yeah, it was forced fumble by the tackler there. I think it was number 54 for the Knights.
So, Knights are going to have one play.
Alex Schwan.
Hail Mary or hail to the chief, whoever can get there. And of course, we can see now all the Cougar defenders are in the we're keeping everything in front of us mode.
Yeah, they have 3 players back on the about 30-yard line. Well, one's coming up now, but they're ready for the Hail Mary.
Whistle. Too
Delay
much
of game.
time on the Knights. Move this ball back 5 yards.
Well, in a Hail Mary, that won't matter so much. Just a little further, yeah, you got to throw it 5 yards further.
Trips to the right. We'll see who can run under this pass. Cherry with the snap. He's rolling to his right, looking to throw. Still looking to throw. Still on his feet, near the right side. Get rid of it, Cherry. And his ball is going to be incomplete with no time left on the clock. We see a penalty on the plays.
Refs are talking like there is a penalty, but
Personal foul against Edgewood, so there will be another play.
yeah. The clock doesn't matter on defensive penalty. You just get one more play.
Cherry, he was hoping to get somebody to shake their way free where he could unwind with that ball. He knows that this is too far to run, but so the advances. So this play will be run, no time on the clock. Ball will be placed in gear at the Cougar 48-yard line. Trips left and trips right. Cherry with the ball rolling to his left now. He's still rolling. Cherry. So that's going to be the end of the first half here from Northwest High School with a score of Edgewood Cougars leading the Northwest Knights 27-6. Waycross Media will be more after halftime.
Tonight's coverage of OHSAA football on Waycross Sports brought to you by Wild Birds Unlimited, located at Kemper and Winton Roads next to Fitworks. 825-7777. Also brought to you by Neiman Plumbing. www.neimanplumbing.com. You can reach them at 513-851-5588. Star One Realtors, one goal, one passion. www.star1.com. The Northwest office is 513-385-0900. And Driver Ed Academy, located at 3091 West Galbraith Road, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45239. You can call them at 729-2550. Or reach them at www.driveredacademy.com.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. There's just one place where a team is more than a group of individual agendas. It's a catalyst for demonstrating the potential of the collaborative spirit. There's just one place where players, coaches, and fans experience the exhilaration that happens when an entire community rallies behind the school team. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. In addition, high school sports help young people in Ohio develop the discipline and confidence they need to be leaders in life, even as they unite communities like nothing else. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Ohio. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Hi, I'm Bob Hoying. The life lessons that interscholastic athletics can teach kids are so much more important than wins and losses, and will stay with them long after their playing days are over. Discipline, teamwork, sportsmanship, integrity, getting along with others, and overcoming adversity can all be learned through school sports. The lessons that these student athletes learn through sports today will help them be prepared for wins and losses of life tomorrow.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
I'm Archie Griffin. Whatever the sport, wherever it's played, there's one thing that student athletes, coaches, and fans can all share: sportsmanship. The Ohio High School Athletic Association's Respect the Game campaign reminds us that school sports are about so much more than wins and losses. On behalf of the OHSAA, let's all do our part to make school sports a fun, positive, and rewarding experience that student athletes will remember for a lifetime. Every game, every time, let's all respect the game.
Welcome to the second half of football from the Fred Hunt press box here above the playing field at Northwest High School, where we have a score of the visiting Edgewood Cougars on top of the Knights, 27-6. Jacob Williams and my partner Tom Hall. Proud resources of Waycross Media here to give you this action. General Tony Suarez keeping the truck under control as usual. Tom Hall, what are your observations from the first half of this ball game?
Well, we have a few statistics we can share with the viewers out there. The statistics are about as lopsided as the score, actually. The Knights had 119 yards of total offense, and 64 of those came on that one play. The first play from the line of scrimmage that was a long pass for the touchdown, the only score that Northwest has gotten. Meanwhile, the Edgewood Cougars racked up 250 yards of offense, and 190 of those 250 yards have come at the hands of number 25, Wade Phillips, their running back. They've run him to the right repeatedly. They've done quick handoffs into the middle. They've done pitches. They've done handouts have gone out to the right side of the line, and he's picked up big yards on many of those plays. He's been, I don't want to call him a one-man show on offense, but he's carried the bulk of the weight for the Edgewood Cougars. The time of possession, Edgewood 15 minutes and 51 seconds, Northwest 8 minutes and 9 seconds. So the Northwest Knights need to turn this around right now. They're going to get the ball at the start of the half here. So hopefully they went back to the locker room, talked up some new plans, drank some Gatorade, maybe had a snack or two, and they're rested and ready to go here.
Okay, Tom, thank you for that assessment. And we know, like you said, it seemed like Phillips was a one-man crew, but he was ably assisted by Jake Paulson, number 33, who took his turn. But we see now Cougars are about to step off into it. And there's Julian Plintz with the kick. It's going to be...
That's the first failure of a squib kick. Went out of bounds. That's the fifth one in a row they've done. I was talking to their assistant coaches at the half, and they said they had not tried a squib kick all season. But here they've done it 5 times in a row in this game.
Well, it looks like they stumbled on an elixir then.
We should also mention that the Edgewood offensive line played awfully well in the first half. Phillips is not going to get all those yards without some good blocking, and he got it. He got good blocking, and he did a good job of picking his way through the holes.
That's right. I mean, I saw this number 52, Logan Young. Okay, now we got Cherry's running out of tackles, and he's got the ball across midfield for the Knights. And this scrum is still where they finally blow the whistle. Now there's going to be a flag. We'll have to see what they call this. Right now, the ball's set up on the Cougar 48-yard line.
That was a very good start for the Northwest Knights, if this penalty is against the Cougars.
Well, these officials are kind of slow with that whistle.
Yeah, they're pointing at the Edgewood team.
Personal foul against the Cougars.
Here's the replay. I think Cherry he had a man open out there to the right, but he decided to keep it instead. And he went up the field, and he fought going down. And number 59 jumping on top of the pile is probably what drew the flag.
Looks like the officials are still stepping. Looks like he's going to set it up down on the Cougar 33-yard line were to be 1st and 10 here.
They just picked up the whole sequence, picked up roughly a quick 50 yards for Northwest.
You can't let this opportunity get away. Here's the throw, caught by Williams. Williams runs around the block and a tackle and moves it ahead down to the Cougar 24-yard line.
This might be the game plan they worked up at the half, was to try these passes out at the sidelines. In the first play, I think the quarterback thought about throwing one of those passes. Okay, this time, fake
Give
handoff.
inside, but Cougars are waiting for. There's a flag on the play. I think there's some John here in the secondary. Got a Northwest player with his helmet off. Right now, they're showing 2nd down and 3rd down and 2 to go.
I was watching the action by the line of scrimmage, and I did not have my eyes on the backfield there. Personal foul. Whoa. 2 in a row.
Edgewood comes in here in the second half like they was all drinking a 5-hour energy drink at halftime, and now they want to get this thing thrown around Chippy.
The flag was drawn. There it is.
So
That Edgewood player wrestling the
ball's on the
knight
12-yard
down
line.
to the ground. That was the foul.
Trips right. Cherry's got Williams down here to the bottom of the screen. He throws to Williams, complete over the middle, and he's muscling and still on his feet. Cougars finally bring him down where they're spotted at the 5-yard line. That's Caleb Williams, 6'2" senior wide receiver. You know, he had a couple of good catches last week, and now I guess he wants to make his presence felt. There's the give inside, but he's going to be met. No, he fakes the give, and Cherry's around right in for a 1-yard pickup.
That was a great fake. He had me faked out. I was looking at the running back. All the Edgewood Cougars were tackling, but he didn't have the ball. The quarterback had the ball, and they can make a 1st down here without scoring, and they're close to it. They're about a half
About
yard
a yard
short.
They're calling it 3rd and 1. They need to get this 1st down, if nothing else, on this play, since they have no kicking threat whatsoever. Give inside. Muscles into the defense, but looks like they're going to measure it, call it down about the
First.
Going to be a 1st and goal here. Ball's going to be just outside of the 1-yard line here. The Knights are ready to snap this ball. Cherry looking around. Cherry with the snap. Cherry with the give. Runs straight. No, Cherry keeps it. He keeps it. And they're waiting for him. Cougar defense is waiting for him there. So it's going to have to take a little bit of creativity to get this across the goal line. We see on the Wild Bird Seat Unlimited replay here, Cherry plants his foot and heads south with the ball, but too many defenders there, too many hats.
Yeah, the defensive line did a good job there stacking up that part of the field.
Going to be 2nd and 1. Cherry giving inside, and that ball is going to be across the goal line for a touchdown. As the officials signal, that's going to be a touchdown for the Knights. So with 9:12 left to go in the 3rd quarter here, we got a score of Edgewood Cougars 27 and the Northwest Knights 12.
Jalen Perry with the touchdown.
Looks like Cherry is going to be pressed into action as the point after specialist tonight. So he's waiting for the snap. Hold is down, the kick is up, partially blocked, but that kick is no good. So with 9:12 left to go here in the 3rd quarter, we got a score of the visiting Edgewood Cougars 27 and your Northwest Knights 12.
Well, the missed point after is a sour note, but beyond that, it was a very good sequence from Northwest Knights and exactly how they wanted to start the half. Drive the ball down the field, rack up some first downs, burn some time up, but it was sure helped by those 2 personal foul penalties. But, hey, take what you can get.
It was just good for them to get some points on the board with their opening kickoff for the second half, albeit penalty aided, but we'll have to see what they can come up with on defense now.
Yeah, the offense has responded. Let's see if the defense can.
You know, once again, it's starting to be thankful here. We got the Northwest Boosters having us in their crib. Anyway, here we go. It's a kick. And that's the squib, and it's going to be fell on at the 34-yard line here by the Cougars.
Yeah, turnabout is fair play. Went after run a squib kick at Edgewood. The player had a little trouble handling it too.
So this is where we see what the adjustments are going to be on the night defense.
Yeah, no secrets about what's going to happen here.
That's right. There's the give. Wade Phillips with the ball. He steps in and out, and looks like he's going to pick up close to 5 or 6 yards on the play.
Northwest has had a lot of trouble with that outside play. Now that one went left. Edgewood was running it to the right mostly in the first half.
You know, we had some scores that was relayed to us at halftime. We see where Fairfield leads to Lakota East 27-0. Under center, Cougars fakes. There's Jake with the ball, and he's running over everybody. These arm tackles.
They did a quick handoff right up the middle.
Jake Paulson, you know, when Wade Phillips doesn't have the ball, this guy Jake Paulson, no, that's number 42 with that ball that time, and that's
Dalton Lakes.
Dalton Lakes.
First time we've seen him carry the ball tonight, I think.
You know, so that's all the Knights need now is somebody with fresh legs coming in here. Under center.
Another quick handoff.
There's a give to Dalton again, and he muscles his way for a big pickup. Looks like it's going to be 3rd down and about 3 to go. Excuse me, 2nd down and 5 here.
Can you remember how many passes Edgewood tried in the first half? I'm guessing it was about 3.
I'm guessing it was about 3. There's Phillips with the ball. He runs through everybody and past everyone else. And he's in there for a touchdown. And that tells you what the Knights was able to come up with at halftime.
They just don't have an answer for that. Yeah, runs along the line, turns upfield. The blocking at the point of attack is very good. Runs through the hole and he's in there.
Julian Plutz with that ball up. That kick is good. So with 7:56 left to go in the 3rd quarter here, we got to score the Edgewood Cougars 34 and your your Northwest Knights 12. Again, the Edgewood Cougar supporters up here giving them all the thrills and encouragement. Got this little cougar running around with this E flag.
Yeah, they brought their mascot, their cheerleading squad, their flag carriers, and their band. And a lot of fans.
Yeah.
I arrived 45 minutes before the game, and the parking lot was almost full.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of people here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, Coleraine High School in a nail biter leads Sycamore 42-0.
A couple other scores we have. Anderson on top of Kings, 14-7. Princeton, 35 over Middletown, 7. Mason, 15. Hamilton, nothing. Chad Murphy's Hamilton Cowboys.
5 straight squib kicks. Let's see if it makes it 6.
Plex, another squib. Let it run out of bounds. Don't. It's like the the Northwest Knights will set up shop on their own 30-yard line.
The ball was heading out of bounds. It would have been a risky maneuver to let it continue on down the field because it might have bounced back toward the middle. There was a Cougar on the way down there.
You're right. It could have been recovered. Cherry with the ball, straight run, but the flag is on the play.
Procedure against the Knights.
The Knights are going to have a long homestand. They're going to be home for the next 2 weeks. I think next week, Waycross Media is going up to LaSalle. This defense is all over Cherry, but they're going to have to stop that stuff of shoving them around after the tackle is made. They'll find laundry.
The Winton Woods Warriors have a big game next week against LaSalle. Undefeated Winton Warriors, I might add.
Are the Winton Woods Warriors undefeated this year?
After a good start.
Well, I saw something the other day. This guy, Mr. Number 28, he's a beast. Okay, Cherry throwing deep over, over the middle, but right out of Williams' hands. I don't know if he heard footsteps or anything, but
the ball was thrown awfully hard.
Yeah, it was a sizzling. It had smoke on it.
It did hit the receiver in the hands, and the receiver was open. It's unfortunate he didn't come up with it.
You know, earlier talking to Coach Johnson, he said the way we run this ball tonight is going to determine the rest of our season. And I don't see him trying to run the ball that much, but I understand that you got to have somebody identify themselves as Cherry. He runs out of, throws his ball deep down the right sideline, out of bounds.
There was a receiver out there.
See on the Wild Bird Seat Unlimited here, the pass is let go of. This guy can let it go, and when he throws that ball, that pass may have covered about 45, 50 yards.
And Cherry was hit pretty hard after the throw.
So here we are, 4th down. Low kick, hits and takes a night bounce. It's picked up at the 38-yard line of the Cougars, and he's running south-north with the ball, and he's picking up good yardage, thrown down out of bounds. Edgewood fans are calling for some type of personal foul, but it doesn't look like they'll get it.
No flag was thrown. Here's a replay. There was a lot of momentum on that play.
There's a give inside and muscles good yardage out of it. And that looks like number 42 on the carry.
That's
Dalton Lakes. So now the Knight defense has other things to think about than just Wade Phillips. Lakes is a big back too, and he's got the ball and he's running straight north with it. Nice tackle made on defense for Northwest by Diego Neri.
first down.
First and 10 for the Cougars. Break the huddle up on the ball. Kraft gives number 29 with the ball. Number 21 around left end, scoots around, making good yardage there.
Lincoln Howell is number 21. We haven't seen him carry the ball tonight before this.
Lincoln Howell, now these guys are starting to just display a menu of different folks to give the ball to. Cougars break the huddle. 5:18 left to go in the third quarter here. Kraft motions his man over here to his right. Gives the ball to number 42, who he's jumped on right away by Knight defenders.
Dalton Lace, who they've been using quite a bit here in the second half, is a 6-foot senior.
Well, he's certainly a team player. You know, he knew he wasn't getting any carries the whole first half and stayed patient. Now he's being the workhorse here in the second half.
This Edgewood team, I would think, would frighten opponents. They have a lot of depth. Oh, double handoff.
There's a double reverse, and got this guy, number 2, DJ Wiles, stepping into first down territory now.
They ran that play a few times in the first half, but that's the first we've seen of it here in the second half.
So, 4th and short. Scrum rolls forward, good 5-yard pickup. Northwest Knight defense looks like they're getting tired.
They sure do. That pile moved several yards forward.
The piles weren't moving like that last week on them.
We got about 4 yards on that quarterback sneak.
Looks like the Cougars are substituting just liberally all over the place now.
Yeah.
Everybody wants the ball. Fakes the give, and now Phillips with the ball, and he twists around, looks like for about a 6-7 yard pickup down there. We're on the Wild Bird Seed Unlimited replay here. Everybody on defense for the Knights, this looks like they're doing too much reading. Somebody's got to fly to the ball. Officials timeout. 3:08 left to go in the third quarter here.
There was an equipment issue with one of the Northwest players' helmets. We got a substitution there.
So Devon Smith checks into the game on defense for Northwest. Here's the Cougars over the ball under center, man in motion. Turn and give straight over the middle. There is Mr. Wade Phillips, and these guys is leading the Southwest Ohio Conference in rushing, and he didn't do anything to hurt Oh, that's not Wade Phillips with the ball. We got so many people carrying this ball for big yards now.
We're getting losing track here. They've probably had 5 people playing running back here tonight. They've all been gaining yards.
Here's the give. It's going to be a touchdown. That looked like number 42 with that ball, Dalton Lakes.
Yes, it was.
See on the replay, that's a good hole. He was double teamed. They double teamed that defensive end out there, and he just got washed away.
Just in-your-face football. And Northwest team is looking pretty down in the dumps right now.
Number 2.
And there's the point after touchdown here. So with 2:17 left to go in the third quarter here, we have a score of Edgewood Cougars 41 and the Northwest Knights 12. Getting near the running clock score, aren't we, Tom?
Close, yeah. We need 30 points for the running clock, and we're not quite there yet. The way this game is going, we probably will be before it's over.
Well, just, tonight with these 12 points, and, we know they could have had maybe 1 or 2 more, but either way, it wasn't going to be enough, or isn't enough as we speak. But on the other hand, they could have won last night with 12 points.
Yeah, we could have.
So here come the Edgewood Cougars getting ready to set this ball up for play.
We're looking for squib kick number 7.
Julian Pletz. Wide menu squib kicks. I don't think Northwest should be satisfied to just fall on this ball. Somebody needs to pick it up and get down the street with it here. Room service hop. Come on, Williams. Caleb Williams with the ball. And he muscles straight south with but there's no gain or very little. Looks like the Knights will put it in play on their own 37-yard line.
Yeah, pretty good field position out of that one.
We see the chain gang, far side of the field, moving into position. Get this drive started. Jerry with the ball. And he's going to be tackled after a short pickup.
We brought in number 7, Jalen Perry, to be a running back here. Let's see if they hand off to him. They've handed off to him a few times in the game, but not a lot. Perry's done most of the ball carrying.
And Perry, he did some effective running for him last week. Of course, I understand that was then and this is now. But it's just up to Coach Johnson to keep these guys in it. Don't let them get discouraged over this game.
And to bounce back next week.
They'll have a lot of home cooking this year, the Knights. Cherry back, throw, he runs out of a tackle, but the fake takes him to the ground, and he couldn't pick up any more yardage. It's number 44 that he couldn't fake, and that was Garrett Gabbard.
Like 4th down now.
4th down, the Knights are going for it with Cherry. Got a man in motion. Cherry with the snap, looking to throw over the middle, over the outstretched hand to Caleb Williams. takes a big hit for his efforts from the Cougar defender. So the Knights turn the ball over on downs, and Cougars is going to set up shop on the Knight 44-yard line.
Yeah, the pass was out of the reach of the receiver. If the receiver had caught it, he would have gotten hit awfully hard. But he might have gotten a first down. But anyway, it's a moot point now. So, ball goes over to the Edgewood Cougars. So the first down on the 43-yard line in the offensive end of the field.
Well, Cougars with the ball. Let's see, they still got Wade Phillips out there. Dalton Lakes, number 21 with the ball, but unfortunately for him, he's had Diego Neri shoots the gap, and he's in the backfield there and puts the kibosh to any plans that the Cougars have with that play. It's going to be 2nd and 15.
That's the best defensive play we've seen out of Northwest in quite a while.
And that was the last play of the third quarter. So with that, we'll move on to the fourth quarter here. We have a score in the beginning of the fourth quarter of the Edgewood Cougars 41 and the Northwest Knights 12. Tonight's sponsors are Wild Birds Unlimited, Kemper and Winton Roads, next to Fitworks. And you can call them at 825-7777 if you need any Wild Bird Unlimited supplies. Neiman Plumbing at area code 513-851-5588. Star One Realtors, the Northwest office for Star One Realtors number is 513-385-0900. And we have Driver Ed Academy, a new sponsor for these games at 3091 West Galbraith Road. And their phone number is 729-2550 or www.driveredacademy.com. And here the Cougars break the huddle. Ball on the Knight 49-yard line. There's the give. Very little yardage, but Dalton Lake's able to make it about 3-yard gain.
Dalton Lakes has been the workhorse here in the second half.
Yeah, it's a good luxury to have where at halftime they're talking about number 25, and then they come out in the second half, and now number 42 is plowing everything away. Double reverse in the backfield, 21 with the ball. He steps out of a tackle, and he's around right in near the first down marker on the sideline here. We'll see what they come up with.
Lincoln Howell. We saw him earlier in the second half carry the ball. They've run that play many times in the game, and it's mostly worked. There's been a few times when the Northwest Knights have been able to stuff it, but it's been a successful play, like many of the running plays that Edgewood has run today.
Under center.
Here's Phillips again.
Phillips with the ball this time. He steps around and through tackles, and it's going to be a touchdown. No one's going to catch him.
Well, we hadn't called Phillips' name in a while, but he's back.
Well, you know, with this many backs that he can hand the ball to and can't be stopped, he never has to throw the ball.
No.
So, got to score right now, pending the outcome of this PAT. Cougars 47 and the Knights 12. There's a snap. The hold is down. The kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 10:53 left to go in this game, we have a score of the Edgewood Cougars 48 And your Northwest Knights, 12.
And that will bring on the running clock.
The running clock. How does this work now?
Well, the mercy rule, and when you have a 30-point lead in a game, then the clock will run on
automatic power.
Yeah, there are some. The officials can stop the clock. We'll see how it works. But my memory is, incomplete passes, the clock will continue to run. First downs, the clock will continue to run. They keep running for out-of-bounds plays.
Well, we know there's not going to be any incomplete passes attempted by Edgewood.
No. So stop for touchdowns and timeouts. But otherwise, the clock will keep moving. And injuries. Injuries, yeah.
Again, I want to thank the Northwest High School Boosters Club. Been good hosts to us down here, or up here in the Fred Hunt press box with these ball games, making sure that we get fed. So here we go. Here's another sprinter.
That's number 8.
Takes that hop at the last minute. It's picked up. Looks like the Knights will set it up on their own 42-yard line.
You know, the clock is stopped now. And once the ball is hiked, we'll start to run. So change of possession here. And now the clock's moving.
10:41. There's the give, but he's still on his feet. Looks like Cherry with the handoff was a little bit uncertainty if he was going to let the guy keep it. He slowed him down on his mow, and it's like, to me, the Knights are going to have to come up with somebody to run this ball for the future of this season. Back to throw. Deep down the sideline. This ball is incomplete. Oh, that ball was intercepted on a nice tip drill play.
Yeah, they're saying it did not touch the ground. When I watched it, I thought it had hit the ground, but I'm curious to see the replays. But the official was saying no, that's an interception.
Yeah, I could see what happened there. I didn't see it, but I just assumed that ball was going to hit the ground.
Yeah, I did too.
See on the replay here.
It's tipped.
Number 2 on the interception. Wow. And not just good, but lucky.
Yeah. DJ Wiles is credited with the interception.
So here comes the Cougars with the ball. Just give inside. Knights defensive line definitely showing signs of fatigue. But you find out more about your character in these kind of games. You may not know this week how it affected them, but these guys maintain some fire in their belly next week from this. They'll rebound. There's a give to number 21. He scoots out of the tackle and pulled down after about a 2-yard gain. Going to make it 3rd down and 6. Clock running, 8:53.
We were commenting in the first half that the bounces just weren't going Northwest way tonight. They've been outplayed, but they haven't gotten many breaks either. They've gotten a few. Those personal foul penalties on the opening drive here in the second half were fortuitous for the Northwest Knights. And they got the fumble recovery with 2.9 seconds left in the second half. Too little, too late.
Now it's just a matter of holding your head up enough to get off this field tonight.
Yeah, and bounce back from this. To not let it get you so down that you ruin your season. And these guys are young, and the coach will give them the good pep talks, and I expect them to be a different team next week.
That's right. You know, you said they're young. They're going to have to learn when Cougars come around and you're young, you got to be on your game. And tonight,
Yeah.
it just wasn't it.
No. And meanwhile, the Edgewood Cougars have to be feeling very good about this. They've played quite a game tonight.
There's a kick.
The rest
High
of the-
kick. It looks like there's a touch up at about the 45 of the Knights and take a bounce there in favor of the Cougars, where the Knights are going to set up shop on their own 44-yard line.
The rest of the conference is going to take notice of this game tonight. And it's referee threw a flag.
Got his flag down.
And sportsmanlike conduct has been called against Northwest. They're calling it on the coach, I think.
Well, you know, so much for home cooking.
Yeah. Frustrations have gotten the best of the Northwest Knights.
We're moving this ball back. .7:25 left to go once they start the clock, and there they go, 7 down and 7:18. There's a throw too low off the floor.
Okay, so here you can see the clock rule in effect. It was an incomplete pass, and the clock continues to run. A bad snap.
Jerry picks it up, but he's going to have to duck down and take the yard or two he can get.
I'm not sure what he planned to do on that play exactly, but I don't think he's going to do that.
Well, I think Cherry kind of probably feels whatever he's trying to do too much.
Yeah.
Got to let some of his other teammates help him. Cherry straight back. This ball's thrown deep down the sideline, but it's going to be over everybody's head. Incomplete.
Cherry has a good arm on those deep throws.
Yeah, Cherry can throw that ball. He just needs some other weapons. Get his defenses other things to think about. It's going to bring it to a 4th and 10. Clock running, 5:53.
Northwest coach is very upset about something.
You know, I think Northwest is just where they're trying to develop their personality of who they're going to be. You know, right now the record is respectable. After a while, you got to tip your hat to the opponent.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Edgewood has played quite a game, defensively and offensively. They have good speed. They have a lot of depth. Like I say, the rest of the conference, I think, is going to be looking forward to their dates against the Edgewood Cougars.
Yeah, well, you know, the Edgewood Cougars, they have a healthy memory of the way their season ended last year, where they went on that winning streak and didn't lose until they finally lost to the defending champs, LaSalle, in the playoffs. And so they know what they're capable of. And they know that they come on the road. They got a good host of people to travel. They got people to travel with them. And Northwest doesn't have a big squad, but the guys that they have all bought into Coach Johnson's.
That was a big
It's
punt.
a nice punt there, picked up. He's trying to stiff arm a guy, but he's not going to get away. I'm sorry, this guy says, I'm not going for that. I'm a wrestler too. And well, I don't know if he's a wrestler too, but
Yeah, that was a good punt for the Northwest Knights.
seeing the Wild Bird Seat Unlimited. Oh, there's a face mask. You know,
No flag.
yeah, there should. Yeah, I think other than the fact, like you said, Tom, Northwest is getting outplayed tonight, but not getting any home cooking either.
No. Now you go back to that sequence in the first half where Edgewood had fumbled and Northwest had recovered, but the referees didn't call it a fumble, and then the next play was a touchdown for Edgewood. And that was a key moment in the game in hindsight.
Exactly. This man's still on his feet, not giving in, not giving up. Looks like he picked up about 2-3 tough yards. And the clock is back to running. Down to 4:30 left to go in this game. So you say next week the Wynwood's Warriors are going to be playing LaSalle, huh?
Yes, big game.
Okay, there's the turn and give. This guy, number 32, has the ball now. Wherever he came from, then he's running through tackles.
We've seen him tonight.
Dylan Robertson.
No, it's a new name. Dylan Robertson. He's a junior.
See on the replay, there's blocks. These guys are maintaining these blocks downfield.
Yeah, the blocking tonight has been very good. They've done a good job of sealing off the ends on these outside plays.
Cougars break the huddle. Over the ball, under center. Knights shoot the gap, and they're in the backfield. Got this one stopped for a yard loss. They're going to call it no gain. Well, here we go. The Cougars break the huddle. There they are. And again, their fans are staying right here. Flag on the play. I'm just starting to see one or two Cougar fans starting to head for the exits, but other than that, they're staying right here, knowing their team has a handy lead.
Yeah, they're enjoying this. I'm going to savor every moment of it.
Again, our camera showing the happy Cougar supporters here. You know, we're sitting a couple rows up from the mom of Wade Phillips, or maybe big sister, I don't know. But she's certainly proud of the output that he put down on this game. There's a give, and this guy's twisting around. The Knight defense catches up to him.
It's also an indication of these Cougar fans' enthusiasm. And here we are, we're at the 50-yard line, and they've packed the area below us. So to get the best seats in the house, they had to show up early.
Well, the best seats in the house are only going to be good for another minute and 33 seconds here. I guess they're going to have to figure out a way to stay entertained for the rest of the weekend around Cincinnati. Flag on the play.
procedure against Edgewood. Okay, but the clock keeps running. We're now under a minute. All Edgewood has to do is run one, maybe two more plays. We'll see how they...
Again, Northwest Knights are going to have to be they got to keep fire in their belly. Just put this game behind them. We're down to 30 seconds to go here in this game from Northwest High School. This will probably be the last play. There's to give around again and through tacklers. It's the same play they've been running all night, just different numbers. So that's going to do it the way it looks here from Northwest High School here as the time runs down to 14 seconds left to go. As the teams line up to respect the game, show the good sportsmanship. Clock down to 3 seconds left to go. Good time was had by all if you're Edgewood. Edgewood Cougars, thanks for coming in. Have a safe ride back out there to Trenton. So, from Northwest High School, we have a final score of the Edgewood Cougars 37. They shut off the scoreboard on us right away. Edgewood Cougars 48 and your Northwest Knights 12. Good night, everyone. Thank you for coming to view the game with Waycross Media tonight. And my partner Tom Hall and Jacob Williams. We'll see you again next week at a different venue.
Tonight's coverage of OHSAA football on Waycross Sports brought to you by Wild Birds Unlimited, located at Kemper and Winton Roads next to Fitworks. 825-7777. Also brought to you by Neiman Plumbing. www.neimanplumbing.com. You can reach them at 513-851-5588. Star One Realtors, one goal, one passion. www.star1.com. The Northwest office is 513-385-0900. And Driver Ed Academy, located at 3091 West Galbraith Road, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45239. You can call them at 729-2550 or reach them at www.driveredacademy.com.